Lisa, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back if you are a regular subscriber, and a huge hello to anybody that's new. It's really good to have you here with me. So I've got Daisy with me. So this weekend I should have been on my stitching retreat, which is a big shame. So I didn't get back from London until late last night, so I'm in the process of a quick turnaround because I'm back to London on Monday, which is, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, it's one of those things. So I've had to drive across to the Static this morning to winterise that. So that just involves draining the water out of the system and then putting some antifreeze down the drains and in the toilet. So it's nothing major, it's just time out of the day. But the cold weather's just suddenly on us, isn't it? And I'm just concerned that I might not get there for a few weeks, and I don't want anything happening to it. So I just thought I'd come on and show you my stitchy progress. So if you've been following any of my vlog type uploads, you'll probably have quite an idea of what I've been up to and where I've got to with the stitching. But I've made some good progress. Not as much stitching as I would have loved to have done, but you know, the main project which I've obviously been working on is my Christmas Heaven and Earth design. That is very, very close to a finish now, so I'm delighted to show you that. I will be working on that tomorrow. Oh, hi. Daisy came across the Static with me, so she's been in the car for 4 hours, haven't you, Daisy? 2 there, 2 back. You did get a bit of a wander on the beach though, didn't you? Yeah, you did. But to start with, I have a fully finished piece. Now, if you watched my vlogs during the week I was off, I bought some frames from, this one's from the range. I bought some frames in IKEA and some from the range. I took my pieces with me with a view to making sure I had a frame that would fit. And then that week I also filmed my first attempt at framing. So I've laced these myself. I will put the videos below if you want to see me choosing the frames and you want to see me attempting to frame my first piece. It didn't go that badly. I was toying with maybe redoing it, but I've decided not to. I'm actually quite happy with it. So I did finish my Clouds Factory. It's the Harry Potter's Marauders map. So apologies if you're getting some glare off the glass. But yeah, it's just like a metal frame with glass on, and it fits lovely. I had like a pewtery metal frame in mind when I was stitching this. Maybe something that was perhaps a little bit more ornate, but you know, I mean, I think this is fancy enough. So this is just sitting in my craft room at the minute. So when I was looking at frames, I was quite surprised about the size of the frame that I would need to get them in. I think this is a 8 by 10 inch. I want to say, does it say on here anywhere? Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Yeah, it's a 10 by 8 inch. So it's a lot bigger frame than I thought I would have probably got this in a 6 by 8, but it wasn't happening. So yeah, but I'm pleased with this. I do have a couple of the Christmas pieces that I want to get framed, you know, so I can display them around the home for Christmas. So I will get on and do that. But yeah, first attempt, and I'm really, really pleased. No sticky tape, no you know, cornflake packet box. That's what I was going to use. I was going to do some McKenna ghetto style framing if I had to, but yeah, no, I managed to lace this really quite well. But yeah, no, so I'm really chuffed with that. So first attempt, and I'm pleased. Now, okay then, so my Heaven and Earth design, my Christmas ornament. So it is the Enchanted Christmas Ornament by Donna Glessinger. You'll have seen this picture to death now. So I am going to show you a picture of what it looked like last month, during last month's update. And da, 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 it's exciting, here it is now. So almost a finish. So this side, bar this bit here, so this is just the very bottom partial page that's left. So all up here is completely finished. So there's just that bottom section, which I could probably nail down in a weekend. So I'm going to pick this back up and work on it tomorrow. There are a few odd confetti stitches through here that need to be picked up on, but that's just going to be a couple of days work. Most of that toy sack is finished. There are, as I said, a few random confetti ninja stitches that need picking up on, but by and large it's pretty much done. So I'm just see if I can get it in a little bit closer. I'll kind of zoom around it for you. I will do a finishing video on this when it's finally completed, but I think I'm away every week now for the next month for at least 3 nights, which is going to impact because I don't get a lot of opportunity to stitch while I'm away, especially if there are colleagues there. We're expected to socialise in the evening, so we work with them all day and then we have to go down and have dinner with them on an evening, go to the bar for a drink, and before you know it, it's 10 o'clock and it's time for bed. So I often don't get very much stitching. I am going to take Lily away with me every time I go, because you just never know, you might get the odd couple of hours here or there to put in a few stitches. I'm not going to take this with me because there's a lot of skeins of thread to take, so I'm going to take the Lily piece, which is smaller. And no, it's not a big account fabric, is it? It's smaller, but anyway, it's irrelevant. But this will be like a weekend project, so I'll probably stitch on my Ultimate Hawker and Hollow for the rest of the afternoon today, and then this will come out in the morning. Perhaps a bit of an opportunity for some diamond painting as well, but yeah, excite, nearly done, so I'm over the moon with that. It's cracking, it looks so good. This bit stitched up really quickly, actually. That page, there wasn't an awful lot of detail, it was that was a bit of a nightmare, to be fair, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, you never know, tomorrow I might have a fair chunk of that partial page finished, but we'll see. You know, there is rush, but we're getting there. It'll definitely be on my wall for Christmas, I know that much, which is great. Okay, Daisy has almost gone to sleep. That's hand-dyed fabric. No. You don't put your chops on that, Daisy. So my next piece, which I did do a little bit of work on, over one weekend I put in a few stitches in this, and this is my Lily by Nora Corbett. I'll put in a picture of where I was last time you saw her, and here she is now. So it still doesn't look loads, but you know, it's, let me shuffle forward a bit, it's not bad. I've got right to the very bottom of her dress now, so everything else is up over. So around here will be her wings, and then her head will be sort of sitting up there somewhere. But I like this on this fabric as well. I do enjoy stitching this. I like the chunks of colour. It makes a change from the confetti heavy Heaven and Earth. But yeah, she's going to be my little travel companion this month, and as I said, if I do get the odd evening to put in a few stitches, then she'll be with me. She's a fairly lightweight project to carry on my lap stand, and yeah, we should be able to make a little bit of progress on that for next month. So bear with me. I will be back in a moment because my other project is sitting on my lap stand on there, and I do want to go and get a couple of patterns because there will be new starting. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. So the final thing I worked on this month, there's not a lot of progress on this, it was all about the Heaven and Earth, is my Ultimate Hawker and Hollow. I'll put in a picture of where I was last time you saw it, and this is where I am now. So I've done a bit more progress on this third block. It's coming along. It just takes time. There's a lot of stitching involved in these per block, and I'm only sort of halfway through. There's a load of fields here with horses in it. Yeah, you know, these blocks are quite sizable in terms of their content, but after I finish the third one, I'm more than a quarter of the way through this because I've already stitched the top. Sorry, I'm not taking it off the frame, but I do want to work on this later, and there's so much fabric in this. But I've already done the topper and obviously 2 of the other blocks, so once this third one's finished, it's well on the way. I do love it, I love it. I love working with the silks. So I'm stitching this in the MPI silks, I didn't tell you what my other fabrics were, sorry, because I always do this. So this is stitched in MPI silk. I'm doing this 1/2 on 40 count. This is vintage country mocha even weave from so-and-so, but it's coming along. My Heaven and Earth is stitched on an 18 count Aida 2/1, and then finally my Nora Corbett, my Lily, is stitched on, this is 32 count even weave opalescent Murano in Bridget's Garden, so there is sparkle in this. Anyway, so that's that. I have also worked on my Heaven and Earth diamond painting, so I've recorded some footage, so I'll put that in for you now because that's on my drafting table in the other room, so I'll show you that. So I just wanted to show my diamond painting update. So you can see the curtain coming around here, there's obviously some more drills to put in there, and then I am sticking the drills for the moon. So this is the full width of the first page, and then it comes down, I think, about another 40 drills down. So probably over halfway through, no, not quite halfway because I haven't filled all the moon in, so not far off halfway through that first page, but I do enjoy this. I really do like to get progress on it. The only issue is I have to put Daisy in her bed while I do it because she mithers me and I can't concentrate, so that's the only thing with this, but it's coming on really nice. I'm going to try and get a little bit more of this done this weekend anyway, so I'll be able to show you an update next month if you don't watch any of my drill with me's and things like that, so there you go. Okay, so once the fabulousness that is my Heaven and Earth piece is finished, I will be making a couple of new starts. So I don't know which to do first. If both of these, I have the stash for these. One of them's kitted up, so I'm leaning towards one more than the other to start with because everything's in the floss away bags pretty much. It's all in a container ready. I already had started this one, so this is my Mirabilia Persephone. Do you remember her? I'd started her last year and I was stitching her on the sand coloured even weave. It's the Witchelt, no, Permin linen, 16 count, and it's okay. But then I started seeing people stitching these lovelies on the hand-dyed fabric, which is why I decided I would do it for Lily, and I've also got Snapdragon to go on her hand-dyed fabric. So I showed you the fabric I'm going to stitch this on in a previous upload. It is the slightly nutty fabric. Did I get opalescent? Yeah, it is opalescent, slightly nutty from, where did I get that from? Kate at Sparkly's, because that wasn't a Chromatic Alchemy one. This one is. This is Chromatic Alchemy, Bridget's Garden. But the slightly nutty one is one of Kate's from Sparkly's. Yeah. So this is going on a Sparkly's fabric in slightly nutty, which is a pink shade, but not quite as dark as that she stitched on. But it's all to do with the Electra piece. You remember my Electra, and I just think that would have stood out and looked so much nicer on a hand-dyed, so I've decided to restart this on a hand-dyed. The other new start, once the Heaven and Earth's out of the way, will be the Royal Games Part 1. Again, I've got this kitted up, so I'll probably get Lily done first before I start this one, because otherwise it's going to be like Nora Corbett Mirabilia Madness, isn't it? Not that I have any objection with that, but I've not stitched a mirror for ages. So I did start this one, as I said, and was working off various different charts and things because I don't like marking these, but I'm going to go and see if I can get them scanned at Staples. If Staples will scan them for me and then convert them to a PDF so I can put them on to GoodNotes and use them on my little iPad, just so I can mark off the stitches on that. So I'm going to try that with those over the next couple of weeks when I have a bit of time. So those will be new starts, hopefully this month. I can't see why not. I would like to think it's only going to take me maybe another couple of weekends to finish up the heaven and earth, but hey, you never know what life throws at you, do you? So that's pretty much it. I mean, the only other thing I want to show you are these. So if you watched my vlog when I was stitching in my hotel room, the light was rubbish and I couldn't really see. So the lovely Jane, who goes under, I'm sure she won't mind, under the Flosstube name of Stitchy Revo, recommended these to me. So I got these from Amazon. I think they were about £18. I got them on Prime, so they were here within a day. So basically they are like glasses, magnifying glasses, but they've got a light on. So there is a headband that you can attach if you want to. So it runs off 3 AAA batteries. Let me remember how you turn these on. I think it's that. So you've got a light on the front. Sorry, I hope that's not blinding you. So it's pretty good natural LED light. So you've got that going. Plus on the front of here, you clip on your magnifiers. Now this kit comes with 5 different strength magnifiers from 1 to 5 in a little case, which I think is a great little setup. Then all you do is select whatever magnification you want. Oop, to the live. Slot it in the front, like so, and then I'm going to put them on. Please don't judge me or laugh at me, because nobody's going to see me look like this, and I won't answer the door looking like this, but yeah. How cool is she? Hey, hey. And then you put your little light on. Honestly, it's just as well, because I'd probably get flipping arrested, wouldn't I? It's not normal, is it? But yeah, I mean, the magnification just on that first one's pretty good. I could work on my heaven and earth and not use well, you can't wear your glasses as well, obviously. I'm going to take them off now because, you know, there's only so much like ridicule that one can take. But there's like a little nose piece here, and you can alter them to fit the width of your nose, so they really are comfortable. And it comes with a carry case as well, so you know, these are just going to slot really easily into my case, and I'll be able to stitch away in my hotel room with a decent light, because I did have a problem last time and it drove me a bit nuts, because it does strain your eyes if you've not got good lighting. But I think that is it. It's not the longest of uploads, but still some good progress, particularly on the heaven and earth. So that will be a finish, and I will do like a touch point of when it's finished, but by the time I show you it next time, which will be the end of November, that piece might actually be framed. So fingers crossed for a finish. And then it's whether or not to start another heaven and earth design story keep. So, or do I just dig out my, because I do have my Chris Ortega's Steam Heart, which I will get on with. I really want to get on with that. Obviously I've got my diamond painting, which is the heaven and earth. But do I start another cross stitch next year? Heaven and earth cross stitch. So, for those of you who don't know, heaven and earth have had a sale. It was a Halloween sale. And I didn't know it. I haven't been on the heaven and earth website for a long time, because I don't need anything. But there is one pattern, it's another Lisa Parker pattern, another of the Black Cats, that sort of got me. And then I saw they'd done a story keep version of it. I'll put in a picture of it. What's it called? Rising of the Witches. I love this. So I love the colours in it. It's something a little bit different. I love those bluey teal shades. I think that's so attractive. So that's in the back of my mind. And then I've got another one of the Story Keep Witches, which I'll put in a picture of now for you as well. This is a Brush with Magic. They're not quite the same size. They won't sort of, the wheels could sit next to each other, but one's a little bit bigger than the other, but that doesn't really matter too much. But having those two on my wall, possibly either side of the diamond painting piece, which is obviously another of the Black Cats, might look really cool. But it's which one of those I would stitch. But I think I'll leave those for now. I think the plan for this month for me is to finish the Christmas ornament, the heaven and earth, to start my Persephone, to continue with the Hawker and Hollow piece and the lily, and then depending on what point I get the Christmas ornament finished, I may sneak in the Chris Ortega Heaven and Earth just for maybe the month of December, just to put a few stitches in that, because I do want to make some significant progress on that. What happens with me is I'll start one of the smaller ones, like, you know, like my Simply Meant to Be, and then this Christmas ornament, which has ended up being more work than I thought it would be. And then I'm trying to push for a finish within a year with them, and then the other piece gets neglected, and I don't want that hanging around forever, because obviously there are other Heaven and Earths that I have in progress as well, you know, like my Train of Dreams and things like that, the Randall Spangler one. So I do really want to get on with that as well. But definitely the ornament, definitely Lily, the Ultimate Hawker and Hollow, start Persephone again, and then perhaps do a little bit of work on the Chris Ortega, and obviously there's my diamond painting as well, which I'd like to get that page finished this month. I have a complete page finish as well, maybe a little bit more possibly. But as I said, I'm not really here, I'm away with work, so it limits it somewhat. And then weekends then become a turnaround, washing, ironing, repacking, heading off again. So we'll see. I'm not putting any pressure on myself other than to finish the ornament. The rest of it is a bonus as far as I'm concerned. But on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, because it's 3 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm a little bit peckish. So I will get this up tonight, all being well, and I will see you in my November upload, or prior to that on any other things I do if you watch the vlogs, or the other things that I'm doing at the moment to kind of build the channel and sort of open it up to other things. So anyway, you take care guys, I will catch you soon. Lots of love, bye bye. See you soon.